Humala, 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 humala. I don't know, I'm just weird when I see this many dead people.
Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel presents.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Graveyard Keeper Game of Crone here on Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel with me, your host, Max. We're gonna start off this episode while we talk about these last few dishes which I was able to obtain from the cook. So the cheese dishes, the jelly desserts, the patties, and these simple snacks. And also the milk processing was received previously, but I kind of skipped over that. So here's the beautiful thing about these newly acquired things. First of all, cooking table will be extremely helpful for you because when you go into the first section here, on the bottom you will be able to see that you can turn the jug of milk into either cheese or butter based on your personal requirements. Then if you move on to the next sections, you will find the possibility to make grated carrots, and these will give you plus 20 points of energy, or you can do the same with the beets. They will give you plus 30 points of energy. So that is super awesome. Also, because this is on the cooking table, you can stack this up and do a whole lot of them, so you will have something to fuel you for your grinding sessions. In the fish section, there is absolutely nothing new, so I highly doubt a brand new type of fish has been added to the game, which is actually kind of a shame. But yeah, we just gotta work with what we got. In the meat section, there is nothing, and then we have the Panna Cotta, which you can make here, and this will give you basically steady hands. A steady hand reduces the chance of making a surgical error. So Panna Cotta, in case you do not have access to the tech like gentle butcher or surgery, can be actually helpful. How fast can you get to Panna Cotta from start of the game is however hard to determine, as you will need to grind a lot in order to unlock some of these segments. And also because it's on the cooking table, you can make a whole lot of these, and it's gonna be super easy and super convenient for you. Now, when it comes to the actual cooking, most of these dishes have been added to the dessert section. The most beautiful thing about either berry pudding, honey pudding, or cheesecake is that these do not contain any of the ingredients which you require, such as bronze star, silver star, gold star, so you can make these in bulk. And making cheesecake, honey pudding, or berry pudding will give you various levels of energy, but will all give you either circumspect or the steady hands benefits to you. So if you are burning through the bodies at your morgue, this will actually help you quite a lot. Now, I highly doubt yet again that these dishes can be theoretically sold at the Dead Horse, but we might take a look. I'm still waiting for Donkey to show up, and I have given him some carrots, so I want to see if we can trigger more quests from him so that I can try to catch up to some of you, as honestly it's impossible for me to keep up the pace with someone who's playing the game and they might be stuck at certain points, because what I usually do is I record content for 2 episodes in the evenings, and then throughout the days I try to render the footage and upload it onto the platform so that everyone can enjoy it. But the fact that I need to wait is what just takes so much time. I have to edit the episode, I have to render the episode, and I have to upload it onto the platform. So this basically gets me far behind some of you, so please be patient with me. I will try to provide you with as much content as possible. Let's give you at least something to work so that you are not just catching a tan here. And I'll talk to you when the donkey shows up, because or you know what, let's just go to see Radric at the Dead Horse Tavern. Because one way in which you can make lots of money is if you are making muffins or if you are making bread, you can just basically come up to him and offer to trade. For example, the muffins, the croissants, or just the simple bread. But it looks like these newly generated dishes cannot be traded, so it's unfortunate. But we might at least leave it to the refugees at their own camp to see if this will somehow increase their happiness, because they have a variety of dishes to work with. Who knows? And I really hope we're gonna grab those animals there soon, because getting eggs here from this place is not the best thing. Also, if you want to make the butter or the cheese at your cooking table, what you need to do is actually go to see Rose. And my personal advice, since we're still waiting for the donkey to show up, I can actually show you, is that you come to the lovely lady. Oh, and these are still the same. And basically, my advice is to purchase the bucket of milk, because one bucket is equal to like 5 pitchers or 5 jugs of milk. So you basically purchase this, you open it in your inventory, you click like use on it, it will break it apart, and then you have a whole lot of milk to work with. And the difference is like significant. I mean, the amount of money which you have to spend is like 5 times as much, but that explains the quantity as well. So it's not actually that much overpriced, but Rosa will definitely hook you up with whatever you do require. Let's go back to our home and see if Donkey will show up in that fancy armor which we made for him using the blacksmith at the town. You don't want to talk with me? Come on, talk with me! I don't have any more quests from you, Donkey. That's kind of a disappointing situation. Receiving note the day after Donkey's arrival. Okay, so we're gonna receive the note. I'm just gonna play with the bodies here and see if we can turn them into something useful or not. And I'll talk to you in some time.
One eternity later.
My god, what is taking so long for a freaking note to appear around here? Oh man, this waiting is killing me. Okay, so the note should be finally in, so let's go take a look at it. So the revolutionary message number 3. Lands to donkeys, factories also to donkeys. I don't think there are any factories yet. The donkeys have traded in the battle gear for the donkey for pink ribbons in their You gotta be freaking kidding me. I've spent 50 silvers so you can wear purple badges in your hair. Now we're not just acting like morons, they're also looking like morons. Number 2, when the carriage turned to a pumpkin, the royal vet lost his shoe. That shoe was found by a young and wealthy widow. Today, they were married and planned to live happily ever after. That is the worst Disney story ever. In spite of that, you passed the 3rd stage of earning the approval of the ECOPODP. At last, we're ready for the revolution. But first, we need cans of white and black paint. We'll dye our hair with them. Everyone will think we're zebras and no one will realize we're donkeys. How the hell do they know about zebras? Plus, our red allies have asked you to make some jelly of incredible power for them. It will make them big and strong, skilled in martial arts, and fond of turtles? What the hell? And finally, we require a banner. A revolution without a banner is like graveyard keeper without a beard. Oh, thank you. That doesn't make sense too. Let's cross our tails. I only hope that donkey will leave me alone after their revolution. Son of a biscuit, I cannot believe I spent 50 silvers for armor which they sold. Though I definitely won't refuse a share of the goods stolen by the revolutionaries. Yeah, as long as they don't try to steal from me. And that is an achievement. Ideologist of revolution. So what the hell do we need to get for this dumbass? Create 2 cans of white and 2 cans of black paint and send them via the contraband box. Create 5 jelly of incredible power and send them via the contraband box. Create a donkey banner and send them via contraband box. Okay, so I'm really thinking that the cans are related to the alchemy stations or alchemy tables because we can create black paint and white paint, and therefore we should be able to utilize that stuff. Just gonna grab the blood and the fat, put this guy to the eternal rest, and let's go take a look at what exactly do these donkeys want from me to make. Okay, let's drop off the fat and the blood. So, 2 cans of white paint might require me to make... Not really sure if I can make this stuff over here, or if I will need to actually go to the workbench over here. Most of these things were so far created here. Okay, so let's see. Curtains, no. Bucket of blood, no. Paper globe, no. The revolutionary donkey banner. I will require silk, and for that I will go to the refugee camp so I can grab it. And when it comes to the paint. White paint, yes. Black paint, yes. But where the hell do I make the cans for the donkeys? Is that where people are stuck? I'm sure we're gonna find them somewhere, something, somewhat, somehow. Maybe there will be something on the surface level which will allow me to make the cans, maybe like in these smelters or stuff like that, who knows. But interesting spin on the whole situation. Just drop off whatever I do not require right now. Let's make some more booze. So let's see if we can smelt a can. Is there roof tile, porcelain pitcher? Yeah, I don't really see it. Maybe the can be crafted on the anvil? Okay, let's take a look through the workbenches. Got nothing to lose if we do that. No, grindstone has nothing, this has nothing. Okay. Could it be that the cans are the big problem which we cannot make? Interesting. You know what? Let's grab a couple of stacks of the iron bars. At least I have a reason to smelt some more. And let's melt some steel ingots too, just for the heck of it. I mean, you would assume that the cans would be made of steel, right? Even with the second tier anvil, I just don't see... Interesting. Okay, let's go talk to Cresvold. Maybe he will offer to sell that, and we just need to increase our reputation with the blacksmith. Let's see, trade. Yeah, I don't see anything that would represent those cans with the color, so... Did I read it correctly? Let's take a look at it one more time. Grade 2 black cans of white and 2 cans of black paint. What if I just require the base paint? You know, like making 2 base colors. Not really sure how many do I have left, but let's take a look. As soon as I drop off all this booze. Seriously, maybe it's just as simple as that. And since I will have to go to the camp anyhow, fetching the... Okay, I'm gonna need to grab some oil. It's not that much of a problem, thankfully. I do have some oil stored back here, so I just grab one of the bottles with it. In case you wonder how you can grab your hands on some seed oil or get your hands on some seed oil, you will need to talk to Dick. He will hook you up with hemp rope, and also the oil itself. Not really sure if this will be sufficient quantity since I have only 10 droplets of it. But let's see, do I have any black paint? So we require 2. And for the white paint, 2. Let's see if it's just written as a can, but these will work as well. I'm just guessing. I'm not really sure. Let's take a look. Okay, so I was correct. So there are no tin cans or whatnot. You just need to sand the paint itself. Now we're gonna go to the refugee camp. Let's see what's the happiness. Okay, we are at 10 out of 10. So theoretically, I can go either with the new residential tent or... Okay, I would actually require more fletch for the storehouse number 2. I would actually prefer to go with the storehouse, but let's build that tent. Let's see where we can squeeze that thing in. You know what, let's build it closer to the farms. And since we have additional points of happiness, once I construct the tent, I should be allowed to bring in another refugee just because we should have those happiness points. And yes, I know I need to fetch more seeds, but I'm waiting to upgrade the storehouse so that we can accumulate or build up the reserves of the seeds. So let's bring in that refugee and let's take a look at who will arrive to the refugee camp. I do wonder at what point do these refugees somehow spawn at. Okay, this is actually a zombie. We are now up to 11. Okay, this one does not look like your regular NPC. Undertaker? Oh, this is like WWE or something? Okay, so we will talk to the Undertaker on the next episode. And And I just need to grab that silk in order to create that banner for those donkeys. So let's take 2. I'm not really sure how many do I require. Let's drop off some of these meals. I'm gonna grab this. Let's grab some honey too because I'm running low. You guys are kind of slacking when it comes to the mushrooms. It looks like your priorities have shifted dramatically ever since I provided you with the grow beds here. I really don't want to give them more pumpkins and especially more lentils because just no. Let's go home. Let's put together that banner for the donkeys. Let's brew some stuff here so that these things are not just sitting idly by. I hate when that happens. Quite sure all of you do the same. And I especially hate that if you do like accidentally click on one of these things, you are incapable of like re-entering the menu and like canceling the action and then putting in the bulk order. So now I have to wait for that one alcohol to be brewed, and I cannot put in the order of more of them being made at the same time, which sucks. Okay, so we have the white paint and the silk, so we have the revolutionary banner for donkey. And when I drop this thing off, I'm gonna have to take a look at what is that weird recipe with the jello, which they do ask for. Jelly of incredible power. A biologically active additive, no responsibility for the consequences. Crafted at the cooking table. Okay, let's go take a look. Maybe I will be forced to slay some green jellies. Let's take a look. Cooking table. Okay, so you require green jelly and flour. I'm not really sure if I have any flour. Let's make some flour. So now that I have this, I should be able to make this weirdness. So we need 5 of these wrap-like looking jellies. And I'm starting to get tired. But I'll go drop off the rabbits. And I'll also fetch some... I'll fetch some more carrots so that donkey would be triggered to show up. Let's put in some stuff for you to do so that you don't sit on your ass all day long. Let's give you something more to work on. Still have plenty of crops to grow. How about you? Let's go with some onions and some pumpkins. So I wanted carrots. Let's go with carrots. This is gonna trigger the donkey to theoretically show up. Well, at least there's one thing I can be proud of. Is there anyone else who has sponsored a socialist revolution using anthropomorphic rats made from magic jelly? This is the weirdest episode of Flubber I have ever seen. But hopefully the carrots will trigger the donkey to show up. Let's go talk to the undertaker after I drop off some of the stuffs, because I really don't need to run around with all this junk in my inventory. It's kind of pointless. So let's drop off the flour. I think I'm gonna drop off the oil at the workbench for church. Who's this and that? Put in the order for the beer. I'm gonna have to grab a whole lot of water for this place. Seriously, and 2 freaking DLCs added for money, they could not have added anything which would allow you to get like a water source down here. I mean, the freaking well is probably somewhere above this place, so the water has to be drawn from underground. Why can't I build a water fountain down here and I have to keep dragging the water manually to the cellar of my own home? That's the most idiotic thing about this game so far, and it's really annoying to me. I don't know about the rest of you, but to me it's certainly triggering some anger. Okay, so we require Fletch for the construction of the upgraded camp warehouse, so I'm gonna have to grab some of that. So just give me a second here and we'll talk back at the camp probably. So back at the refugee camp, 2.64 happiness out of 11. Where is this undertaker?
Enough.
What do you mean not now? Talk to me. Seriously, come on, woman. It's gonna get dark soon, and then you're gonna go into the tent, and then I can go just screw myself. Stop somewhere. Finally. Why are men so weak? Most can't even survive a week with me. Okay, it was the weirdest conversation ever. Okay, but Donkey has dropped off a body, right? So let's see if we can trigger something new with him. Because we have dropped off everything which he requested. Damn it. He left. Okay, I'm gonna probably have to wait for the next evening for the donkey to show up and drop off additional corpse for me to play around with. So stick around and I'll talk to you after some time has passed. Okay, so let's see if Donkey will show up. It's still the day when the astrologer is on, so it would be the next day when he would not show up. So I really want to see if I can trigger additional interaction for additional requests from the Donkey. We can continue the storyline. It's gonna take me quite a long time to get the storehouse upgraded for the refugees. The newly added NPC doesn't look like she does anything, so I'm not really sure why they gave her such a name. But what the hell do I know? Where is this damn donkey? Okay, he's coming. Let's see if by swinging a sword or just trying to press E rapidly will trigger anything with him. And we're gonna get the message that the contraband will have to be dropped off on the next day or something. No carrots, no body. What the hell do you... Okay. That's all you're gonna tell me? Sing and dance, my dear comrade. The revolution is over. We are triumphant. What? Our master exploiter is captured and the noble horses have been exiled to distant pastures. And the interim government chosen amongst the most trustworthy donkeys and rats has commenced socialist reforms. Someone has to let me know how the hell to pronounce this thing. Do I understand correctly? This means you don't need my services anymore? And I can celebrate the fact? Of course not. Though I understand you must be mad with happiness for us. This was only the first and the simplest step. Worldwide revolution awaits. Oh my god, how many carrots will I have to cultivate for that thing to happen? The Donkey Socialist Republic knows that gratitude means... what gratitude means, sorry. So take this humble gift. You know, like crap on the road or something, right? Ice axe? What the hell is that? Let's keep our tails crossed. What the hell is an ice axe? Long live the revolution achievement has been obtained. And seriously, what the hell is the ice axe? Energy consumption, total efficiency 200%. This pickaxe is quality tool, but you feel something's wrong with it. Maybe it's a little spot of dried blood that's on your mind? Yeah, this one has 150. So ice axe is more effective. Okay. Let's go grab the body. One more thing which I want to show you on this episode is something which I haven't done yet. I know it's not exactly playing in someone's dead relative. I want to see how much money can we get for dropping off a bucket of blood to the vampire in the refugee camp. So humala. I don't know, I'm just weird when I see this many dead people. And let's go and make that bucket of blood happen. I just need 3 pieces of flesh. And we'll talk to him, and that is where I will cut off the episode. I do hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please consider giving the episode a like. This helps a lot with the algorithm for YouTube. Also, if you like what I do here, consider subscribing to the channel. I publish content on a weekly basis. Currently, I will be most likely publishing content for the Graveyard Keeper, and after that is done, I'm gonna resume the normal upload for other titles and discussion videos and whatever else I'm putting together for the channel. So link is in the description. I'm gonna wish you a pleasant rest of the day. Hopefully you are staying safe, and hopefully I will see you on the next one. Now pay me money. It's a good thing Theodore doesn't know what we're doing here. And scroll of teleportation is what you get. Now, I think still that the teleportation stone is much more efficient, but what the heck? And yeah, it's gonna still take me a while to get to the... oh no, I can actually build the storehouse too. Okay, so let's build that. So that has been upgraded. Let's see what's the difference in the storage capabilities. Oh yeah, it's definitely bigger, so I can store in a whole lot more stuff now. That is just awesome. That is some good news, everyone. And yeah, that'll be it for this episode. I really do hope you did enjoy it. It was a lot of fun putting it together, and I'll talk to you in the comments or at the next one. Let's get home because it's raining and I hate it when my hair gets wet. Or beard. It's even worse